be repeating myself for things I said in the past, only for the purpose of updating the new commissioner. Like I said before, I respect the position that you have chosen to represent the city of Portland. I must switch this communication from a business communication to a political agenda. Our city leaders are paid to voice their opinions and make decisions. I've seen and heard your remarks and your votes on many issues at council meetings. I have been asking the city leaders for an opinion to my questions starting from my first appearance in November 2016, 26 months ago. One commissioner finally stated, "I cannot help you with my problem." I said, "The only problem I have is the commissioner will not answer a simple question." Another commissioner happily responded and said to me, "I don't know the facts of your case." I have no case I'm referring to. I stated, "You're just kicking the can down the road and will not answer my question." Another council member of June 11, 2019 said he'd line me up with the attorney from the police department to answer my question. 233 days ago, still nothing happening. How long is this going to take? Back to my question. I presented on 11/20/2016. The first peace officer responding to my hit and run on 1300 North River Street was Officer Jeff Myers. Was he required by the state law to start an investigation according to ORS 830.035? I'm not asking for a legal answer, rather please read the ORS on the next page and give me your personal understanding of ORS 830.035. Should Police Officer Jeff Myers of the City of Portland Police Department, the first responder, enforce that ordinance? And I'll just take a minute so you have a chance to read the ORS that I gave you in front of you. Then lastly, just for the record, why are you not giving me your opinion of the question I presented back in November 2016? And I want to get off the subject just for 1 second about the homeless. I don't see any of these people stepping up when my building got burnt down, 7,000 square feet. One of the cars got broke into in my business a couple days ago. And then the homeless, we caught him stealing one of my vans. And he's being convicted of that. So there's a little bit of how we help the homeless help us. They just don't care.
Next individual, please.
Item 69, a request from Sharon Nassett to address council regarding citizen comments and interruptions and a way everyone can be accommodated.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Happy New Year, it's still new, and thank you very much for your service. And then have an election, so congratulations on the elections too. I would like to say that I'm very appreciative of the fact that we have communications and we have debates and so forth. And that is exactly how our government is formed, because you have to hear the individuals and then you kind of get it all together, and that's how we get our representative government. And right now, in Portland, we have a void of a place that is one common hall, similar to how Federal Hall is in Boston, where you have debate, conversation. You speak back and forth, so you have dialogue, which is when one person says it and you actually know they heard you because they can say a comment back when you speak in front of them. You can't. Many of the people, when they get a chance to get up here, it's such a short amount of time. You don't really feel heard. The Sanskrit saying of the journey out of inner turmoil starts with a sympathetic ear. Hearing the person unwinding instead of closing in. and that the wise man learns more from the fool than the fool could ever learn from the wise. You hear many people who run for office that say great ideas that could never be elected, and nobody hears them, and they don't feel heard. I deal a lot out in the public and have a lot of meetings. And there are some people that will come up to you, and every time they say the same thing. And very early on, I realized they wanted to be heard. So I stopped, I went at that and asked them, and listened. And then when I would see them, even though people would shriek, I'd say, hey, how is, and then I would bring up that exact issue so they never heard, say, what's new about it? If there wasn't, they didn't have anything to say, and they were no longer caught in that spin. I'm hoping that you'll get maybe a small place on the southeast where it's easy parking, and set up something similar to how federal holidays, which is 10, 15, 20 minutes, speeches, people get to have it on the subject they want, you stay on a subject until it is talked about thoroughly. Everybody in the room votes if it's been talked about or not. I've been lucky enough to be a guest presenter in Oregon and Washington under legislatures. I get there, we get 20 minutes, you barely, you know you're missing all kinds of things that's really important. And then they say, oh, now you have 2 quick questions. And there are 2 quick questions. And the person kind of gets to answer it, and they go away and you know it wasn't really out there. And that's the freedom we're offering, and that's what gets them.
At the wall, he's their union attorney. He's one of the best. That's how this guy gets his payment on there.
Mary Bowers, number
He
67,
negotiates.
has arrived.
Very good. Come on up.
67, request of Mary Bowers to address the council regarding unlicensed fraudulent recovery homes.
Welcome, thank you for letting me come in and speak, but I want to say hello to everyone. I was homeless, and we found a place to live, but unfortunately, the guy said that he would have an apartment in the garage for us. It wasn't, it was a room with no electricity, no water, nothing, just a room. I later found out that he was running a recovery home. He turned this 3-bedroom home to 6-bedroom without permits. And he gave me a receipt. I checked the business name. The business name, Disillusion, Administrative Disillusion in 2017 in Eugene. So basically, he was running a business without a license and no permits. He was collecting $500 per a person under his 10 of us. And on the receipt, he said recovery fees. I was mad because we're not in recovery. So my point is, I found out that it's all over the place in this area, in Portland, Aloha, even Vancouver. So I would like every recovery home that says recovery home to be audited. And they need to be affiliated one way or another to DHS, Department of Corrections, or like the corrections of each county. So that way, people that are in recovery are in a legitimate recovery home. It devastated me because we were homeless, and he was scamming everybody that was in that home. He took advantage of the homeless situation. And this is not right. So I would request, and I would like to know, if every recovery homes, recovery homes, to be audited, to make sure that they have a license, that they are affiliated with some sort of DOC or corrections or DHS or something like that, to make sure that they're legal. Because we became homeless again. And they had a 400-pound woman in a closet. And it's terrible. It's terrible. And I had to tell her caregiver, get her out of here. So please check into recovery homes.
Thank you. And what you're saying makes perfect sense to me, and I appreciate you being here to share that. Commissioner Myers.
Thank you. Mary, you said they were unlicensed,
Yes.
so technically they were not certified by Multnomah County or the state of Oregon or anybody else.
No.
So how did you find out that this was quote unquote a recovery home?
He told us it was. He said that.
How did you find him?
He, through the paper.
So he advertised in the paper and you went and checked it out and he told you this information.
Yes. And he even told me that he did not have to go through landlord-tenant laws. He has to go through residential treatment. And he had my son arrested.
It does sound like a scam artist. It sounds like that there's absolutely no legal right that he has to pretend to be a recovery home.
He wasn't.
I hope you filed with the state, Bureau of Labor and Industry.
No, I did with Secretary of State, and I am in the process of filing paperwork for the fraudulent,
Rental.
well, no, for changing the home from a 3-bedroom to a 6-bedroom without permits.
And is that in the city of Portland?
It was in Aloha,
Thank you, Mary,
but
appreciate
it's
it.
everywhere, is what I've been informed.
Well, I do know that there are a lot of people that are charging exorbitant rent for a room, right?
Right.
And I think we need to talk about, I don't know what we can do about that, if somebody owns a home and they charge $1,000 for a room.
Yeah, what happened was a friend of his, he said, bought the house, cash. And then he told me that then he needed the money to pay the mortgage. Well, wait a minute, there's no mortgage. So he was just conning everybody, and they didn't catch on, but I did. Because I have the sense of detective work.
Your CSI skills, huh?
Well, I have a degree in criminal law and associate's degree, so, and I'm gonna go to law school, so.
Excellent, excellent.
But he was mad at me because I discovered all of this, and he had my son arrested.
Thank you for sharing, Mary.
Commissioner Fritz.
So thank you so much for bringing this not only to our attention, but to everybody who's watching at home. And it's surprising how many people watch Channel 30. I think they're the most interesting thing on during the day, which is unfortunate.
And by the way, the charges were dropped.
Good.
On my son. I fought for 2 months.
So that it sounds like you're pursuing all of the legal routes, and had it been in the City of Portland, the Bureau of Development Services could have looked into the unpermitted part. Did you bring it to the attention of the Aloha City Council or to the county board there?
Not yet.
Okay.
I started here, and then I'm going to expand to Clackamas and also Washington County.
One of the challenges with our whole system of government, and my commission form of government, is knowing who's the entity that can fix something. So you have made all of us aware that this kind of thing is going on, and that we should be very careful when
Yes.
looking
And
into that.
especially if the recovery homes,
Yeah.
they need to be
She needs to
affiliated with.
talk
like I
to
said, the
either
corrections
Lowell or
something
Washington
like that,
County.
because
Portland has
if
no
somebody is
jurisdiction
coming out of
on
jail
this.
or coming out of recovery, then they need a place to go.
I happen to have a meeting set up with County Commissioner Sharon Myron tonight, so I'll be sure to mention it to her so that she's aware. She is really looking at the health service system. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, and thank you for letting me come in. And I'll see you on the 12th.
Good seeing you. Thank you for being here. The consent agenda, Carla, I know that we have pulled one item. I've pulled item number 81, I believe, and there are other items that have been pulled.
Correct. And 73 has also been pulled.
Very good. It's called consent agenda.
Aye.
Fish.
Aye.
Hardesty.
Aye.
Uday. And Leader.
Aye. Consent agenda is adopted. First time, certain item, please, item number 7.
Appoint members to the Open and Accountable Elections Commission.
Commissioner Fritz.
Thank you, Mayor. I am so excited that this moment is finally here with the Director, Susan Motay. Please come on up. Thank you. So this is the body which will oversee the open and accountable elections program, which is Portland's new public campaign financing system that was approved in 2016, has been supported by this council, and we're now at the point of appointing the commissioners who will oversee the program. Each person has shown commitment to improving access for all of our community, and this is a really momentous occasion. Susan Motay, the Director of the Open and Accountable Elections Program, is here to give us a bit more background on each applicant. They were invited